Hey guys, Greg is fun here. Gonna be a little bit subdued because, gosh, it's quarter of 5 in the morning. I couldn't sleep, and I just decided, let's get here. Let's open our last box of Winterspell from the case, and see what's inside. We're hoping for we're hoping for some more legendaries so that I can then kind of pick a direction that I want to go for deck building, see what I get, see what combos I can come up with, what synergies I can come up with, and go from there. I'm hoping for another Ohana, because I think that that's a really good card, and I think that Amber is a color I want to be a part of this set. So let's get in. Again, this is the last box of our case. If you if you didn't watch the other videos, go ahead check those out. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, and then go over and check out the other box openings from Winterspell. It seems like a really good set. Interesting that the last one, it was Tinkerbell Across, then Darkwing, then Angel, and looks like this one is not going to follow that same pattern. It was just an interesting thing, that happened because it's not something that I've seen before. That kind of harkened back to, I think, the olden days for me. And by the olden days, I mean like cracking open like Marvel packs. Yeah, okay, so there's definitely more randomization of the pack arts on this one. By Marvel packs, I mean like Marvel Series 4 trading cards, not trading card games. But let's get in and see what is in this box. All right, first pack, we're starting off with Tigger, followed by Aladdin. Let's make sure we get this. There, Pumbaa, McCorn. I feel like I'm saying that wrong every single time. Donald Duck, Tiny Tim's Crutch, Mother's Necklace, followed by Elsa, Concerned Sister, Goslin Mallard. First pack, Tamatoa is a super rare, followed by a Darkwing Duck. All right, that's quite the interesting coincidence. I'm pretty sure the last box, the first pack, had a Darkwing Duck as well. I think that's how we're doing this today. We're gonna start off first pack of the box as a legendary, and it's an interesting one that I wanna give some play. I wanna see how it goes. It might be super good, it might not be, but it's Darkwing Duck, and I love Darkwing Duck, as has been well documented on the channel. Interested in seeing how it works in a Sapphire Steel deck. All right, Boomer, followed by David, Tigger, Amos Slade, Beast's Castle, Distract. Into our uncommons, we got Pleakley, Liquidator, Hidden Trap. First rare is going to be Cobra Bubbles. Follow that up by, all right, first two packs, first two legendaries. We got Angel. Ooh, and a foil Mulan. Ooh. Very nice. Let's go ahead and put this Angel in a sleeve. It's another card that's making a lot of waves. It's anti-aggro, and since aggro is going to be everywhere the first week, that's really good to see. So interesting. Two packs, two legendaries, Angel, Darkwing. Okay. Let's get at it. Swordplay, Copper, Thomas, Darkwing Duck, Baju, Cinna, Wisdom of the Willow, need you set aside. Need you for my decks. Again, assuming that I'm going to be playing Amber. Lit. Slushy. I think I have playsets set aside to him, but just in case. Morty Fieldmouse. Follow that up. Oop. By a Lilo Rockstar. Again, set you aside. Pretty sure I need you. And then we've got the Donald Duck anti-item. What do you guys think? There was a lot of talk going in that items and locations were going to be huge this set. They both got a lot of support. I have not seen people playing them yet. I think that maybe we're just waiting for a big event to happen, and then we'll start seeing those deck archetypes take off. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but I will say that the Wreck-It Ralph Ham Hands is poised to come in and just be like, yeah, you don't have that ability anymore. No more items, no more locations. Because he just quests and banishes one of those. Gigi, Big Mama, Belle, I believe. All right, yeah, setting Belle aside because very playable and needed that playset, but I think that that's the last Belle that I needed for that playset. Again, Colors of the Wind, I'm not super fond of. Yes, you're probably going to get 2+ cards, but the likelihood that you get more than 2 is slim. And I think that if it was a 3 cost, I'd be much more on board with it. Goofy, Minnie Mouse, John Smith. Need more of the big one. Gigi, I have that full playset set aside, I'm sure. Rafiki. Minnie Mouse, Mrs. Cratchit. Negaduck. Darkwing Duck. And next pack. We were super hot getting the 2 legendaries at the start. What else is here? What else is in this box? Hua, Dinky, Sarabi, and yeah, hoping that your polls are going great. If you are still opening, hope that you are getting some more fire. Hope that if you already did all your opening, that you got a lot of great stuff. Okay, Thunderquack and a Moana. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, 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 wow. I was mid-thought. The Moana didn't really even settle in. The Moana didn't even really settle into my brain, guys. I was just like, oh, Thunderquack, I need that for my Darkwing Duck. And then we got Moana coming out at us. That's great. That is great. All right. We got ourselves the makings for a good box. We're not even 8 packs in, and we got 3 legendaries. Wow, Winterspell has once again proven that it is going to be treating me very, very nicely. Stitch, Hercules, Kanga, Chief. I wonder what other magic this will have in store. Witches of Morva. Follow that up by a Mulan and the Terror that flaps in the night. Okay, yeah. I really want to play Emerald this set. I want to give it a try. I don't have a ton of Emerald experience. I did play blue green last set a little bit just to kind of get the feeling for it. That Prince combo was very potent, was very strong. Wanted to give it a try, see how it worked. I'm having a real hard time this set because I feel like I said a couple videos ago, I think that what it does is it takes every ink color and it gives it the tools to do what it. Oh, we're back to those bad cuts. Ruben, followed by a Lilo, followed by Mickey Mouse. Pretty sure I have all the Lilos that I need at this point, so I don't need to set those aside. Anyways, it takes each ink color and it amplifies it. It takes what it wants to do and allows it to do it much better, is my assessment. So I want to just get in and play all of it. I want to try all of it, but I don't have enough time and energy, and I don't yet have the cards that I need in order to do all that. So again, we're hoping for some more legendaries to kind of flesh those out and kind of give me I guess guidance on what I'm going to play first. I still need the Roo. Still need the Roo to go with the Kanga, the foil. So hopefully I'll get that here. Another Mulan and an Angela. I'll put the Mulan here, just because I am quite confident that I have the play set assigned. So as you can see, what I'm doing is I'm kind of sorting as I go, and I am taking. There are certain cards that I just know from my earlier testing that I know I really want to have in my decks and I want to try out, and that includes the Mulan. I'm pretty sure I already have 4 set aside for my deck, so setting those aside so they'll be easy to find when I go and actually do make my decks. Agnar or Ag. No, I keep saying it wrong. It's Agnar. I kept thinking it was Agvar. Either way, Anna and Elsa's dad. Snowfort. Always need that. Simba, Li Shang, Rapunzel Whisper. Okay, so this is my first one of the Rapunzel. I have the epic that I pulled last time, but now I have the regular. Whenever this character quests, if there's a card under her chosen opposing character can't challenge until the start of your next turn. That's an interesting one. That's an interesting ability. Ah, Donald Duck going into another legendary. All right. I said it before. I'm going to say it again. I think that it would be better if they kept the uniqueness of the Whispers unique. I understand that it was really just for the story of Whispers in the Well that they were going to have them be the pages, and then have the unique foiling. But I think it would have been really good if they kept that going. Um, in the new set. I think that would have been a nice thing. Um, Obviously, there are reasons why I'm not in charge, but I would have loved to see that, and I would have loved to see the Iconics be a duo, just like in Fabled. I think that would have driven people to want to collect both, and it just would have made it would have had a feeling of special, you know, for lack of a better way of saying it. All right, Timon, very good card. Set you aside, my friend. A Nani's Payback. So I'm going to look at this once again because I can't get my mind around it. Each opponent loses lore equal to the damage of chosen character of yours to a maximum of 4 lore and draw a card. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Nearly indestructible for my foil. So how is that going to play out? I mean, I think that you really need to get a deck put together that is all about the action. So, Maui Shark, definitely going to be a part of that. I would say Powerline as well, but that's not a song. Maybe you can use it with other songs. Just kind of spitballing here. I think that there's a lot to be said about Nani's payback, and I think it's going to be a good one. Darkwing Duck. Do you want to build a snowman? Put you aside, Grandma Tala. and then grab your bow. I don't know, maybe Grammatala will be a good one. It's a big body. 6/6 quest for 2. Reduced cost based on the cards in your inkwell. So, you're playing Sapphire, so you're going to be playing a lot of or you're going to have a lot of cards in your inkwell. So I think that it's an interesting one. Maybe that's what Sapphire's been needing is that big body to try and keep it going, as it were. Vixie. Tamatoa. All right, so first is a super rare Tamatoa. Behind that, we've got ooh, there we go, super rare Sven, which I need to set you aside. And then Kristoff's Loot is our foil. So what have you guys been thinking for Winterspell? What's been your feeling on the set? I think it's a really interesting set. I think it's a really good set. I think it sets us up for some pretty good stuff. So, I'm interested in kind of playing. So full disclosure, this is Saturday morning, the day after the pre-release, or the game store release of the set. So I haven't played much. Ooh, there we go. Grandmother Willow Epic. There we go. Set you up, my friend, because you might be, like, in so much as He Hurled His Thunderbolt was very playable epic, I think that this is the most playable epic that has come out. Let me take another look at this. Let me take another look at this. I want to see that foiling. Okay, so again, was noticing this before. We have, if it's a whisper, it looks like the character is the focal point of the shine, and then if it's not a whisper, if it's a regular character or something else. Do we have non-characters? Well, yes, we do, because I was just talking about He Hurled His Thunderbolt. But for a non-character, for a non-whisper, it's like the background is the focus of the shine of the foil. So, yeah. All right, let's get in. Let's see what we've got. Tigger, followed by Aladdin, Saravi, Li Shang, Negaduck, Scrooge McDuck, Launchpad, White Rabbit, Darkwing Gas Device, a rare Darkwing Duck, followed by a Lilo Rockstar, and a Boomer on the end. Okay, so now I've got kind of things shaking up. I've got 2 of the legendary Darkwing. I think I've got 2 of the rare Darkwing. During your turn, whenever an... Hold it up so I'm not just like looking over and talking like a weirdo. Challenger 2, during your turn, whenever an item is banished, this character gains resist +1 until your next turn. Okay, so if you're playing a deck that it behooves you to be banishing items, so like Robot Queen, things of that nature, that could be an interesting one. It's an interesting one. Challenger 2 puts it at a 6/5. Challenger 2 has, puts it at a 6/5, quest for 2, and getting that resist. Okay, so Darkwing will become a tank. An absolute tank. All right, Space Cows. Yow. Mother will protect you. Darkwing Duck, the little one. We got Goofy, Thinna, the Frozen Vine, Scrooge's Counting House, Jiminy Cricket. Scrooge's Counting House goes down here with Ruby. John Smith Compass, followed by super rare Scrooge McDuck, followed by blue smoke for our foil. Okay, I've got a billion of this one. What does it actually do? Theatrical entrance. If you have a character named Darkwing Duck in play, you pay one less to play this item. Okay, so you could set that up. Blue steel, you could set that up on turn one, and then exhaust it and exert it and pay one ink. Banish this item. Chosen character gains ward until the start of your next turn. Hmm. Hmm. I don't know how I feel about that. That might just be like fodder. Like if there's a card, I think that the Tamatoa cares about items in your discard. It'd be great in Infinity, I think. One cost items fuel the other Tamatoa. Force of a great typhoon. Tiny Tim's Crutch. Pudge controls the weather. We got Flit, Slushy. We got our Witches of Morva for the rare. Follow that up by a Reuben. Follow that up by a Space Cows. Space Cows. All right, 4 legendaries. We still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 packs left. Let's see if there's any more fire. Again, we're looking for more legendaries so that we can start doing some more theory crafting, figure out what direction I want to go. I am going to be coming out with deck videos. Gosh, I'm talking like I haven't started. Like I'm opening all of this up front. I don't think I'm going to be releasing them all. Ooh, there we go. Needed that. Needed that. Needed that. I'm doing deck videos. I want to do a deck progression series where I say, here's my deck, here's how it's performing, here's how I'm wanting to change it. And so you can follow along. I'm filming all of this opening all at once because I can't have the product sitting here and not opening it. It's just, well, I need it. I need it. I need it. Um, so I'm filming this all at once, and then when is it going to be released? I normally would have done just one per week so that we can get through the season. But now I'm talking about things in the future. Maybe what I do is I just kind of get these all done in the next couple of days, put them all out, and then kind of go silent on the opening videos, and then go and focus on the gameplay type things, the deck tech, the deck discussion, things like that. I think that's probably what I'll do. We'll see. I got some extra time this week. I'll probably do some of all that. Okay, we got Rue Stegmutt for the rare. An Elsa legendary behind that, and a foil Prince Naveen. All right, I think I have 3 of this Elsa. And I had been talking about wanting to do Ruby, but this is an interesting one. Because this is really all about the location synergy. When you play this character, and whenever you play a location, you may exert chosen character with 3 strength or less. And while this character is at a location, she gets +3 lore. So it would need a Ruby location deck. Do we care about locations like that in other um in other colors? Well, that might be an interesting week 1 deck. Would be maybe Ruby Sapphire. I'm seeing the Let It Go staring me in the face. So I'm gonna have to think about this. I'm gonna have to think about this. I think that there's like I don't necessarily want to do the gotcha angle, like the hey, you weren't prepared to handle this. I I, I don't like that kind of gameplay. But maybe that's what you do for week one when we don't know what the meta is going to be. Hercules, Chief Tui, Christopher Robin, Mulan, Splatter Phoenix. We got Ground Councilwoman for the first. We got Eeyore for the second, and behind that we've got a Genie Whisper, which I have not gotten a lot of these, so I definitely am going to set him aside. I'm quite confident. So, just so everyone knows what it is, boost one is a 3 for 3/4. It's an inkable. Quest for one and gets +1 lore for each card under him. I mean, that's boost one. That's pretty good. I mean, removal is what removal does, but like, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Boomer, Pocahontas, Isis Vanderchill, Donald Duck. We're down to our last 3 packs after this one. Eeyore is not Ruby. Eeyore is Amethyst. Iduna, Minnie Mouse. Grandmother Willow, need you set aside, please. Keep the ancient ways. Vixie. Cold never bothered me. So again, let's look at this because of the location synergy talking about Elsa. Look at the top 4 cards of your deck. You may reveal a location, put it into your hand, put the rest on into your discard. You pay 3 less for the next location you play this turn. That is pretty good because it costs 3 and you are just deferring that cost. So that's real interesting. And if you're doing a location synergy, location strategy, that's okay. Okay, that's good. That's good. Goes really well with the Elsa, which I know there hasn't been a ton of love for it. So, yeah. All right, so we're going into the last 3 packs. We've had a really good box, but of course we're hoping for actually Grandmother Willow was a hit from this box. Let's put her down here. We've got five legendaries and an epic. We're hoping with the last 3 packs, we're hoping for one more. Just again, we're trying to get a better picture of what we're gonna play. So more legendaries puts me in a better position to figure that out. It also means I'll have one less single that I'll need to buy. Baju, Kanga. Again, we don't have the Rue, but we're hoping for that little imperfection there on the John Smith. Disappointing. Launchpad, Rabbit, Cobra Bubbles. Follow that up by a Piglet, the Cocoa Maker. At the end of your turn, remove up to 2 damage from each of your characters. I mean, that's good. I don't know. There's not a lot of love for that. Followed by a foil Raging Storm. Not a lot of love for that. Might be a spicy addition. 2 packs left. 2 packs left, and then we can start figuring out what we want to do with our life. By do with our life, I mean what deck do we want to build and play. Garooge, McDuck, White Rabbit, Scrooge's Counting House, Darkwing's Gath Device, a Raging Storm, followed by Angela. Oh, Raging Storm is a super rare. Followed by Angela. I was like, Angela's our first super rare, but yeah, that was a double super rare pack. Okay. Let's see. Are we gonna have last pack magic? Again, we're hoping it. We've already had a very solid box, so we're still hoping for another legendary just to kind of flesh things out a little bit. My opening so many packs. My finger's starting to hurt. Um, I'm hoping for another card for the sake of I guess guidance, but maybe even without getting another one of those, I'll still get a little bit of guidance based on what's in the pack, anyways. So, on a little sister, lonely grave. We got Jiminy Cricket. Thanks so much for watching and coming along on this journey with me. Freeze the Vine. Follow that up by Nani's Payback. Maybe that's the clue. Maybe that's what I've been looking for. Follow that up by a Piglet Entranced by Snow. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's recap this box. We have the epic grandmother Willow, Elsa legendary, Donald Duck legendary, Moana legendary, Angel legendary, and Darkwing Duck legendary. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. This concludes our case opening for Winterspell. I'm gonna have to go back, review what have I gotten, figure out what deck I want to build and play, and we'll start talking about that in a future video, so you can see kind of go along with me. I don't anticipate that I'll just pick one and play for the full 3 months. I might do like a month of this color combination, a month of that color combination, but we'll see. There's lots to do, lots coming up. Um, yeah, exciting times ahead. And thanks so much again, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.